National Youth Policy of Ghana, the Student Loan Trust, and the Ghana Education Trust. Doctor, you can say you can't read that. Now, it is saying, and you read.
Oh, Yamiadum Boko.
Qualifications no normal why a dorsal.
Yamiadum,
a dorsal.
Yamina, Wadumia, Yabedu baby, I do.
Now, but your answer a program, I say, okay. Ubetimia can be about the do bar UK. Because and then never brave, Ubiwa, or research crowd because who flies, you know. Aha, they didn't know much about Omati, but only knew much about you until almost person flew out.
Yo, me that say, Nyami Adoma weekend a program can say Basso. I 30th anniversary. I be celebrating UK Hanum no. And internet jam so me buy na UK say this need to almost I frame say member na me so me fa me no nya e be teach kakra. Enti me buy and internet me now. Enti me say me ba answer ba be share the way e ba be di 30th anniversary e wo London Hanum. And internet me buy.
Thank you. Now when you make busa, yeah, producer. Now, one my small break near so to have some technical issue kitwe. Now, you bet was. Thank you. It's here for your back shortly.
At Diaspora Insurance, we understand the importance of dignified send-offs within Ghanaian culture and traditions. We also understand that you want to avoid the double trauma of your family grieving and not having the financial support to cover funeral expenses when you're not around. With our Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan, you can now cover yourself or your family in Ghana or abroad. With no medicals required, we'll accept you if you are under 75 years. Visit our website today or call us to complete a simple form in under 5 minutes. With Diaspora Insurance, your peace of mind is guaranteed. At Diaspora Insurance, we understand the importance of dignified send-offs within Ghanaian culture and traditions. We also understand that you want to avoid the double trauma of your family grieving and not having the financial support to cover funeral expenses when you're not around. With our Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan, you can now cover yourself or your family in Ghana or abroad. With no medicals required, we'll accept you if you are under 75 years. Visit our website today or call us to complete a simple form in under 5 minutes. With Diaspora Insurance, your peace of mind is guaranteed.
My name is Kofi Adoko. I'm a principal solicitor at Adoko Solicitors. I am also a duty solicitor. Anytime a person is arrested and taken to a police station, or if the police invite you to the police station for a voluntary interview, you have a right to free independent legal advice. Adoko Solicitors is authorized to provide free independent legal advice at police stations in England and Wales. So anytime you're taken to the police station, remember to say that your solicitors are Adoko Solicitors.
Are you in the UK and in need of immigration help? Do you require expert legal representation?
Good evening, Etiefo. Yes, I share our first report at Omega Live TV. And then you need Dr. Kwadwo Frimpong, our technical economic advisor of the Office of the President of Republic of Ghana. Doctor, welcome.
Thank you.
Now, Doctor, so one or a presidential staffer, and I feel so a member delivery unit of economic management team of the government of Ghana. Was I a policy coordinator, Nation Builders Corps Program Office of the President of Ghana, policy coordinator, Inner City and Zongo Development Fund Office of the President, former aide and spokesperson to the former Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Alu Mahama. Also, or a former President of the University Students Association of Ghana. Doctor, and normally also, you couldn't hear. We need people like you. Now, Doctor, answer a best, you know. I mean, I know say I can't home kakra, and sana technical. on 14th of April 2018. Now we are guest speaker to speak on the achievement of the government at Ho Technical University, TESCON. Event to be on year in that time. Now you said that Ghana is on the right track to economic emancipation, and we are on the path to recovery in all sectors of our national life to deliver prosperity and dignified living conditions to the Ghanaian people. A very strong aim. In just 4 years and a few months, majority of Ghanaians are struggling to have 3 meals a day. So what has happened to your assessment and predictions? Be a partner, doctor. Because the Okal had the papa say we are on our way to prosperity.
And that was in 2018.
Aye.
Me da say.
14th of April. The while okay.
Me da say. Me da. Ma mention say e church na me bi mu kakra. Say ben here say Ghana for better say bibia ye free ba. Ana ne amasa bibia ya bedu sese no ya bedu ha no because question na obisa no. Obisa ne ekoso ende enye ne a ekoso 2018 no because from 2017 2018 no ne mapa na MPP aban ehia sia na ye no eno na migina so ntina medical sa asem no na se betumi edi no kra maye ho a don say from that time na bedu 2020 no na ne makoso ye pa e wo Ghana uhwe ye economy no any economic indicators no utumi hu say na nyame adom na MPP aban na ye ade pa ma mi kira de bi kakra we de menim say enkomo na e ba bedi na enkomo na e ba bedi no enko e de say bia me ba be kira de wa ha e say ba be kira de but ma me kwan kakra na me use some few economic terms na me church ne me bi mu echire no ye be back down na ya be discuss see a ye na no nyina obi abetumi ate ase now uhwe ye physical deficit no tama ye take over office in 2017 na utumi say first no na by 2016 no na ye physical deficit ne decline by 6.8%. Ana to a decline from 6.8% to a GDP in 3.8% in 2018. Ana it's a decline beyond 4.8% in 2019. That is the fiscal deficit, from 6.8 ye taking over office, and a decline to 3.8, and I say decline about 4.8. Now, Ushe in the whole decade of Ghana now, I mean somehow another indicator be economic indicator be and also esa eboye. Ushe your primary surplus na your primary balance surplus na your 0.5% of your GDP in 2017 and about 1.4% in 2018. That was the time I mean making some comment, these positive indicators, and no ana emase meka sa asen because na nyamiadom na nyama eko ye pa. We share your inflation na as at the time you taking over office, na inflation near 15.4%. Now inflation is 15.4% in 2016, but in by 2019, now inflation number down to 7.9%. By 2019 December, now inflation number down to 7.9%. Since 1992, this is the lowest inflation we've ever had since 1992, and it is this administration. Nana Danko Kwadwo, His Excellency in administration, and I to mean a single decade inflation. I take it from 15% to 7.9%. Now, as I see now, a lot of economic indicators now. Utumi say na nyamiadom na economy no na eko yepa. Na sanya ma way ana na me share. Ana me share say na ejuma yesi ye. And in the way na na me see ko. Don't forget here by no na your IMF program. And this for the call ye. But ejuma pa na do Danko Kwadwo na administration year enti no. E ba it me free IMF by 2017 April na 2019 April no. Na ye free IMF mo. Inti programs be brave and MPP administration yɛde ɛbaeɛ a ɛboa se na economy no ɛkɔ yie mɛsrɛ sɛ mame akwanya kakra na me kyerɛkyerɛ programs ni bi mu me free hɔ no na ma bedu niama sɛ ndɛ ya bedu baby a yedu a wo say amanfo esu now Ushia yeba no before yebe take office during your 2016 campaign no we're talking about industrialization because you say na Ghana need depend so much on importation bibia na ekra edeba nti as a buy no you decide say yeba we are coming to industrialize the economy into industrialization no the first step I take here during your campaign so be can one district one factory yes. Because you believe say you were factories e wo man ni mu a ebe ma ndema bebre akoso e wo man ni mu ebe ma say ndema yekra a yekra de ba o man Ghana no ye nkra sa ndema ni biom because ye wo Ghana ebe ma say ye sidi no ebe nya ahonde because unkra ndema bebre a ebe te say bia sidi no ni value ni be ba form because we hear dollars a wo de be kra ndema now aside that no so no ebe ma say manfo be nya djuma aye. It's not one district, one factory was a major government policy. And I say yeah, a bit boise economy no, a bit queening. Meaning, Yamiado, ye buy ye to me aye factories in Ibi. Even though any district nina and agent factories in per se. Okay,
and take loan to do it.
Okay, so this is how it is. Yeba ye can say it's going to be private sector led. But as a buying, when I say we create environment, you know. Emma private sector na sanomo tumi aye ejuma no say enabling environment ni nya enya dia private sector no betumi aba invest enti wo aban na say wotumi eye nhihye ya betumi aboa say amanfo ankrankra betumi aye ejuma enti no ye create enabling environment na betumi aboa say amanfo betumi e build factories no ene ni ade na ye aside that no na o kan loan asem as a buy, you decided to be to me aboa. And crankra omo pese omo sisi factories no. It is not Exim Bank for instance. Banker a buy a year 2 hono. Say omo boa omo craft very good proposals omo pese omo SCCC factories no. Our rate now omo de ma omo no less than so uko individual uko other commercial banks no. So uka deal loan so uka ye ebia uka see factory na rate na omo de ma no higher. But you should near a buying at the boy and new year lower. Internally, another thing a buying at the boy to help with this factory. No, aside that, so now you will be a tax exemption. Or more, you said that Nanado Danko Kufa His Excellency, at your cool secretariat for one district, one factory. Now was secretariat to Honor. I am a me anti-conidina or down. The South Secretariat in Eboa or more or now more per se or musisi factories, you know, or various districts, you know, Eboa more preparation of your proposals to be able to acquire loan, able to meet requirements, you know, or more mukran money de ban, your tax exemption, na de mamo. It is a uba who apply, say be a nema ukra, what de ban, who de ba year one district, one factory now, your tax exemption and na ye de mamo. Then you know, nema a buying Eboa. Say you bet to me a CCC factories, you know. Into this one district, one factory, you know. Even though a year private sector led, you know, now a buying so creative environment, you know, say and can be to me a nya sika and as a financial support, you know, it to me the ACSA factories, you know.
If you see who say since from 2016, you know, and now one district, one factory, how many factories so far or jobs it helps to create?
But the last
but you may not know
yes,
right
I can't
figure.
give you the exact figure, but what I can say is but the last report in our Ministry of Trade and Industry, we're having over 78 of these factories completed across the country. And I be most know they are at various stages now. It's across the country, no. There were various stages, but we have over 78 completed so far. And that is one of the industrialization and government in the driving. That thing I say, you buy no now will be a friend stimulus package. And I the boa factories now more harder and new factories no. More harder than so now. Okay, say not doom so intino. Okay, say maybe not doom so hopa. The doom so into must factories bebree eguye na factories bebree enye juma nti MPP abambaye na say no say you drive industrialization na ye pesa amanfo nye juma ye na you know we believe in the private sector development there I say to me boa sa factories you know this are industries so now will be a different stimulus package aye seka aban etwa to ho no ma ode boa sa factories ni nyina na niema enko yema omo amo adwuma ne seye because of doom so nti amo adwuma ne nyina seye no aban etis kabi to hono which is part of the stimulus package e de boa sa factories ni nyina seye on betumi akomo eni
atiefo ba ko say CCC I ba say research into stimulus package the number of money that has been spent so far and which factories it went to government betumi
yes I mean Uko Ministry of Trade and Industry ubenya sa details ni nyina ubenya sa details because they were in charge of that enye ade a ya na ye jani sakeke every beneficiary biano aban ewo omo records wo ho no into where public records I mean ukwa na ubisa ubetumenya sa information ombetumi amma the beneficiaries no sa factories na omo benefit here the amount of money that we used to support them ni nyina no ubetumi enya sa information
yeah no ama ala no we huna man because I hano a man for a program to omo the question omo the corner so no omo person omo be hunu sa
no yeah because a buy flagship project a project a one district one factory a project a buy e dey sin ni so say oh yeah and a stimulus package so no a package a buy a yisika to ho say or the boa sa ankran businesses meaning companies be bring so amutumi benefit e free sa program name sa stimulus package program companies be bring so e benefit e free mo and a tax exemptions in so and so e dey buy e betumi aboa so those are some of the things now before 2020 and so there has been a lot of infrastructure development law require there has not been any government omoyi law require compared to this administration yi akwan bebre uko a lot of villages uko a lot of interlands na yi akwan bebre there are a lot of roads development road construction course right from 2017 up to there I know can say but I'm trying to give a background up to 2020 now we'll build on that background you know nti yi akwan bebre nti ba infrastructure project and so ye wo hono yati special ministry which is railway ministry I know so for the railway development and there say ameba no baby am free ameba hanom no train amede buy and it was so beautiful it was so nice and you have na kwakọ press operate trotro and then huniama I mean and I only say training so no apart from say efa nepa no efa goods so efa niema intene so betumi aboa say niema ewo bebia ebia kwan entumi nko ukọ western region say cocoa producing areas and a gold producing areas any gold mining areas ni nyina no sa train betumi aso asa ne mani nyina e dia ba krokese ni mu a betumi ama say ne bon so no e betumi aba for aside nepa na train no efa into railway development so na dia eda aban na kuma so yekoso a ye develop it.
I don't know how far is it with me now and uji this a minister pa Ghanaian minister be ko train say we be call Juma and also ko baby
no
like here say we betra obi Boris Johnson say bicycle na no dey it na who nam kroma why you so Boris bike here no big break say Ghana pa minister pa so okoko foot train e dey call ubi there betimi
me na e betimi aye unim say edu one to me develop
we have been to see one akọ
me na say e to me develop train no up to that standard na to say ewo krom ha no ma anything na minister on fa minister betumi afa etore bia the way yen so you describe yen penny for no I mean, you're paying for so any part.
So you live by example.
I know. I'm very certain. Say Boris or Ghana na train you honoma. So uncle fruit train no. And I'm sure say it will develop a train system now. Definitely. I mean, why not? Ministers made to me alpha.
Thank you. Remember what to ask, but me say me real before. Me wo hona me nya call from your producer say Wadrua. Oh, in fact, I was very impressed. This is the first time I hear your program so far over the years. You say, we better more than 1 hour. You know, why are the only the man it was very good, a good example. See your leaders didn't follow that. because the time they nya kra anyway me jano ato aso
yeah me that say Meda His Excellency the late Vice President Aliu Mahama and then one thing I watch them do the right thing and he always advise on also co-program he make sure say the piano he's on time.
Okay.
And also menina ejuma kakra and anyame adom His Excellency Dr. Baumi Aminini ejuma say also you be very disciplined when it comes to time. I don't know what that it the co-program I say making sure say we do her in time. Unim ne be so work on no. I say we see mu in time. Say no matter the case delays e be ba na nyina no. But me do her in time. It me that say. Then I was talking about infrastructure development. Oshe schools in San Yesisi schools because Oshe schools are done say within this MPP administration of 6 years now. I can tell you say if not more than any other administration we should be the leading. And then I say time I started free SHS now you want infrastructure problem. Na nyamiado to be able to resolve that issue no president decided say yesisi dormitories any classroom blocks it will go most of the schools ni nyina e wo Ghana say we say you was school are dying fufro most of the schools are MPP administration here and that's some of the infrastructures are here within this administration that one also your hospitals and clinics yegusu yesi. The other flagship program, my person my boss tete na also Zongo Development Fund. Zongo Development Fund, fund be a to help the excluded communities. Communities are going to say are buying any over the years and sheda and kohono. First now now Ministry of Inner City and Zongo Development. Inner City near to deal with areas in it say Choko and it's other areas na and yes Zongo but omo bebia omo teno and it's Zongo yase and any inner cities and Zongo sini bebia mainly no yenu anomo kamo for omo majority and yes nature say bia yeni other tribes in the Ewa Honum, Debbie. I mean, you was Zongos in Libya churches or to say, me say, Masoro or Madina. I mean, Libya Cortes, which is noted to be like a Zongo area by your Christopher Honum. But dominating Honum, Omuya Muslim for international Zongo. No. Into a flagship program to develop the Zongo communities. And I can assure you a lot has been done under these flagship programs. School there almost CCCC. Who call Zongo development on my website now. You'll be amazed the number of projects on my across the country. All the Zongos in the country. Look, the boreholes now almost water systems are on my in the Zongo communities. Clinics now almost schools there almost lightning because I'm telling you, and they be alcohol so bet ma fro bi wo ho no there is every Zongo Ghana Hanomino. We have over 200 projects in the Zongo communities. I will agree say ebia ebi wo ho no Zongo sini bi wo ha omunye nye bi but be brina enye bi because we've had over 200 projects. AstroTurf omaye because when say about football so omuni di football ho pa AstroTurf major Zongo communities Ghana sisia AstroTurf so lightning system security omo scholarship system to support the brilliant but needy Zongo communities, students now we free Zongo while be SS, our person call university, our result in a good, but our parents need to they are supporting them education wise. Almost scholarship. And so one of the flagship programs are Abanwe Ediaba, the popular one free SHS. I mean the way it has come all along to help. Normally me can free SHS I get a little bit emotional about it. Obi no ebia on say that enya benefit into now just say ehun here. Pamenia me hu bi pe obi a wa drop it out of school because na ni parents into any fees. Now hu bi bisa just give me 2 minutes. Let me make sure this true story. Tamana me what GSS. Gentleman na omo amuti me omo akọ banko bi GSS omo be hu story na meka. Me GSS mate. Gentleman na no your best student. Ono na represent your quiz bibia. He was the best student in a year group. Aye GSS no. Owie onya science Mauli secondary school. And okwe first year or struggles no to school fees. Third term of first year no when 2020 fees into or drop it out. I didn't know until one day bina me call pig farm. It me through trotro every 37 I me call pig farm. Sorry, the time me kaya na emaro. It me tika ni mu. Ana me this kind man mate. Ana mate ni kacha me say. Ne boss e manage ska. Mantia sa me so manage ska say. Ano so ne boss e manage ska. Ma me share driver ni ma onye obi a me nim no. So ntina ma imagine say bia obi free tika ni e bia front and o tika ni ma wetua ska ni dia mama. It me do pig farm ana me see here no. Ana ne pa ni frame me Frimpong. Ano bisa say me nkan na. Me hwe na say me nkan no. Ano boni din.
Wow.
Minya akam Yesu. Just because the parents need to me nyeska into any fees intino. When to me VSS. As a nyame na dum etumi VSS anko ye kakra ka bana bebi owo no anka owo nimpa. Na me ben wo bebia. He was the best student in our year group. He was an excellent student. Me GSS mate be di me dance. Inti nipa say sankasa mreno free SHS wo honoma and come and drop it out from school. Yes. In the tori bia omo wo bi no ye can free SHS na omo hu ehun fa so inti no they downplay it. No imagine so free SHS kwa ye hu dede dodo. Ye hu dede because ye nim fa so a e de bra man for. Omo anyame adon omo benefit of free SHS no. Omo nim fa so a e de abre omo. In the free SHS one of your flagship programs are either bar Abuapa, and one village, one dam, and so, and planting for food and jobs. These are some of the things I hear from 2017 up to 2020. Now, we share the job sector now. We've recruited a lot. I mean, normally, no, and a private sector.
But a lot are still home.
Yes, a lot are still home. Now, I'll tell you the reason. Once you call IMF program, but the conditions necessary recruitment. If you buy no, there were a lot of people are now school enye. Over the period, now we're having a minimum of 60,000 graduates and national service every year. Unfortunately, obia pe abayin ejuma aye. Well, maybe because the public sector, the private sector is also not doing well as at that time because of doom so any sanya money now private sector now can most be fan microphone no most munta enya fan microphone the mazana microphone be bro hono for the first and unemployed graduate association name BC da Ghana abai ni buy no if say him say microphone do so no munye ejuma yente until the flagship program be buy I friend in NAPCO ni absorbing 100,000 people. Nimba maku 100,000. Now, to interest you to know, say, come on, a registration for NAPCO. No, we have over 180,000 people are apply for NAPCO program. No, but now we could only take 100,000 because and no na government na budget nama. It's unemployment and yes, it's in the shares here. Now, we try to find ways and means to resolve that issue. So the NAPCO is supposed to serve as a training ground because we compare Juma almost we need working experience. But so we NAPCO now, at least why national service for 1 year. Do by NAPCO 2-3 years now. You've gotten the working experience needed by any organization. That is what the NAPCO has also served as a driving force. And also aside that, nurses and medical personnel.
In your analysis in where we are today now they are about where NAPCO is.
No, Medibeba. Because NAPCO is 3-year program. And I say and the NAPCO, according to the 3-year program, I say you will by 2020. But President Anado and then the Vice President Dr. Baumia said no. I say you to me giant in Koranesa say your program nintino munko. There should be an exit plan for Sa in Korano. So there has been an exit plan. We have a couple of models. Hill Ghana, for instance, a model for medical personnel. Now, Hill Ghana now, they've all been absorbed. Hill Ghana nurses, there were a lot of backlogs of nurses. And now you found medical sector. Some nurses need now. The only nurses are aka recently. And I say na receipt. As at the time na colleagues ye placement ma into me enya placement because no more receipt ebia omo pin no na enya ready omo nko other than that no ye buy no all the backlogs ni nyina ye clear ema omo nyina enya juma and the NAPCO and the NAPCO also no most of the NAPCO trainees ni nyina enya juma in the out of the 100,000 no now we had a little just about 60,000 left na omo na omo nya placement but even that no sa omo institutions na no omo ni omo ye juma no vacancy bar omo fa omo because of the experience they've had with that institution. The only challenge is say the exit, and that is what the government is working on. Say I make kind of a 3-year program, but because president and vice president said no, it means Jankwa and it's a so munkofi because no munye jumanye into our farm. It is here no your exit plan our honuma na yede babe eyamamo. We have that entrepreneurship way or honum. Say wow pese ebia usu juma. And I say, wow, you have a good idea of a juma be our person will hear, business be our person will set it up, no. Then they'll be able to help you to be able to do that. So we have an exit plan for all the NAPCO trainees. And say be a jam musa keke. And ufri NAPCO nusa I mean the health sector I can't answer National Youth Employment Agency almost almost for nkrofo bebre or National Youth they have different models na almost almost for nkrofo and a private sector because nyamia dum so any hobby no before I'll come to COVID. So before then, now a lot of private sector, they've picked up, make about this stimulus package now. Yeah, they more. It has a companies will be now a collapse during period of doom. So now, nyamia doom MPP buyer, omune pick it up. Some companies they started employing people because they also needed to expand. Now somebody can say that some fan crop.
The CFO say what can a lot about economic emancipation. The road to recovery in all sectors. Now, what happened to Ghanaians that they are now struggling to have 3 meals a day?
Yes.
What has happened to the economic management team? To say Ghana for so far to eat 3 meals a day.
When you are, my background. Now, reason creating a background and achievement na and say, me per se yet here. Say the same government, and that's war Now say to me, yes, and your money to me the inflation I call single digit to 7%. Now to me, I must say your exchange rate in a form. To me, I must say your interest rate in a form. Need to me never be brave. Now say never ayas and it is a bibintia. Now sir at the can now must say anything I know na moka. Now me person can afford here say enye sa never me nutitru na anka. Baby, I war by this time. I can queen him. Sunday money COVID-19. You are born near a buyer in March 2020. And no, I cause here. And the recent one here, this Russian-Ukraine war. And I will explain the reason why. I mean, they say UK had a program. Now, what we need say asema ne ekoswo Ghana no ekoswo ha. Now, unim say aha no monso nya omo attribute COVID any Ukraine war no adentia on say ye Ghana no nyama bebre ye kra ana ye de ba na Ukraine ma wo de ba bebia Ukraine ma ni free no ohonom so no nyama enko ye emamo COVID ni started free China we ye Ghana ni unim say ye nyama dodo na ye kra free China ana ye de ba now as we speak even today China they still have COVID protocols. There are certain provinces more lockdown China. Inti na workforce na nanka di ye juma no. Na nyama to me enye juma sa. I'm starting from the external factors ye ni control. Because factors na ewo Ghana there as a bind your control. Inti a bind be to me aye nyama e be to me aboa sa factors no. Inti COVID ne ba no. A bind ne boa say e be ma free water, free electricity. Teacher for na no munko school no enye boapaye so omo ko kira de enti na o market ya no eba other workers no enye omo boapaye so munko ejuma because lockdown na ba na ban etua omoka ban na nka say yentua omoka I mean omo na omo running shift because of COVID no na ban etua omoka but COVID has its negative effect. And aside local one, ye Ghana dena ye to me at least a bind to me eswano ehunsia ye be to me aya fa ebeboano. External one a binding ni to me also. Inte no asem na me ba be cheche me say because local one dey machere na aban etumi aye say betumi aso ano na external one ye ni to me also. Into China for instance na omo producing nema na omo produce no me once nema no omo to me producing ni bebre say anka omo producing it first because of COVID in it no amase nema bo ekosoro na say edwade ni kofa dey free China not the barber ton e wo Ghana or ye business so benyam faso. Inti okofa de no you find say 100 RMB e China and I say find say $50 na not the bag Ghana on be turn $50 amount. Don't forget because China COVID in it no almost nema bona kosoro it no so koto a sisi akosoro ho no mo obeton wo Ghana na ne bo so be kosoro wo Ghana it dey bo kosoro na nema bo kosoro wo Ghana say enye ye na yaye o and I'll come there. The government yes. Uga import duties. So I'll come there. It most of your nyama we are importing some of the things. It once you importing nyama de bano. Ni bo ekosro ewo abrochire honom no. Na ha Ghana first because yes we import it edeba. And no be na ha UK hanom so no. And ha even US. Na what Joe Biden no ka. Say COVID-19 no eno na ama say US economy so no collapse. Let me put on record say eno be di me dance say all the world economies ni nyina ebre. I was surprised just 3 days ago and I study about UK exchange rate nema. Say mo pound sterling no it depreciated against the dollar of about 0.37%. And for the first time in the history of UK over 40 years in you say more inflation no akọ double digit for the first time. It means see that this UK how abrochire ha. That's abrochire inflation and also edimikasa. But
more measures in place to support.
Very good, citizens. And that's what we're also doing. We also have, and I'll come there. No, and I'll tell you. So the point I'm trying to make is say, you're importing nyama yede bano, and no na amase nyama bo akosro. Now, say uka say ye taxes, and I say yemfa tax, and ye taxes say free nyama neso. Say ne bo be ko forma, e be ha local industry no. Because what no me
ya employ mo
very good it yes it nya ebeye nya aban beye nya aban beye e betumi aboa local industry no eno na aban so eye because say o flood Ghana any Chinese product Turkish product any sanima ni na o did nyina be flood o Ghana ugu Ghana companies no ugu Ghana companies ni so a at the end of the day no amafo so be lusu omo adwuma. It is the best thing now ubetumi aye as a buy and then he say ubetumi asomase local companies no embo bia mbe hia bia no abetumi aboa say omo business ne so be
government name local companies o ma help bia me.
Oh minia there are a lot of companies.
Poultry farmers is one area almost struggle a lot and a lot are closing because they are working oba be fa akoko na ha yakunu dado o de ni be free no na aba beton Ghana poultry farmer ti wo o feeding no true feeding nkoko no chu broilers wo di aduane no gu aso so make our street
yeah meaning
obviously mo an cry me for because obviously the method of feeding is too much for them.
You know that
all the poultry farmers in Ghana are crying now. Yes. And what is the government doing for them?
And I'll tell you Sisia as we speak you know are buying you see you can't say my Ukraine Russia war when you say yellow corn all over the world, Ukraine na the highest producers.
You know me asemo yellow corn ho. Ye Ghana for there. We dey nyame anim ni.
Mo quantity of yellow corn am produce in Ghana say. And aside that, and I quit. Oh, we import. No, and I quit for instance. Quit enye ye Ghana. Ye crack quit and ye deba.
Yes.
Okay. Now aside that, other factors are amase nema bo ekosoro Ghana crude oil. When is normal we don't saka petrol any diesel nema bo ekosoro. As we speak you know petrol any crude oil so when is petrol any diesel ye kra ana ye deba. O kra crude oil wo de bag Ghana ni nyina no ne bo ekosoro. Ne bo ekosoro ewa amanonia it affects.
It's hard to work for yellow corn wheat, because you won't test it.
No problem.
One district, one factory. Abansi Waya, one district, one factory. And then he is there to support the Ghanaian community. Why didn't he do this yellow corn and wheat there? I don't know, by now, no, because we are really, our poultry farming, not yet. We are at a point of collapse completely. Because Ghanaians, because this was only last year when we experienced CVB. Obi say on pay Ghana rice, and I was shocked. He rather eat foreign rice. The Ghana foreign rice say almost pay foreign one, and the eggs they want foreign eggs. And
Ghana ni na kasa.
Ghana. And I import to about Ghana, no. Your brother say, "Hey, feed on cry cleaner and better." They rather eat that one than this. One district, one factory. The government has been saying all these things. What has the government done to fight against these things so that we can produce homegrown food by Ghana factories?
Okay. Making you can't bind there. You can't bind there now. You better Ghana for Yankasa. Yes. Okay. Into as a buyer, you putting measures in place. A bank putting measures in place. And anamika the enabling environment, easy access to loan, any supporter on Benya. Aside planting for food and jobs, and so on, you're rearing for food and jobs. I know see a buying project, rearing for food and jobs. I have for livestock, poultry and livestock. A buying so a year, say ye debe boa poultry farmers and so. Now, so when you Ghana near our some mentality, no, say no, on pay Ghana kuko. Now, so on pay Ghana kuko, poultry farmer now our Ghana, so 1 ton of kuko na, obey then I expand it. Okay, I'll tell you, but who publish there to support the economy, and I'll tell you, in economics, you'll be very friend economy of scale.
Yes.
Economy of scale, say the more you produce, the cheaper it is. Now say in terms of Beba Ghana for Angasa, so you hear national orientation, and then they say you hear in Saka say so no you will be encouraged say you better Ghana made in Ghana nema, because say you to me to Ghana nema na you produce in Ghana, and no never boa say Ghana industry so be ni, but say they be a journey so abrochire nema, sure Kumasi shoes papa, there's a people who know I say Italian shoe, I say yeah me say Italian shoe. Na uto Italian shoe no ebe na Kumasi ni a oye mpabo Kumasi no ni dey so be kwenim. So it is time say in so benya gidie ewo ye Ghana ni ma ni made in Ghana goods no ebe tumi nya gidie ewo. Say tumi nya gidie wo as the government is creating the enabling environment say ebe tumi aboa say you betumi nya easy access to loan. When say sika loan idea have farmers bebre poultry farmers ebi mo what they want to expand. Let's go ji sika go ji loan na interest rate in it no ontumi nje. Then aban ye fa ho. Most of the commercial banks private. Now aside that no default rate no amount from ko ji sika almontu no rate ni do so. And no so amount loan na or the interest ni high. Into what obetuano to cover up for obia on to mintia. And I say the recovery also becomes difficult. Anything a recovery near difficult. Uko be bank first, no, uko big bank, uko be account or banker. Omuma paper be. We be account of Ghana.
Yes, no account.
Okay, good. You have more paper. Next, chere be a wufie wo. Next, the closest landmark. Next, I will draw. What the paper pen. Now what draw paper so. Now I can say me fie. Sorry when I wo ho. Mosque way, any school way, and then all because they need digital address system. And they need digitization. Aban we there ba. His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, a champion pa nkrofo bebre ntia. Now, so what Ghana card, it has access to all your information. It is a bank ni instrubium. Because on him say there's no way you run away. You know how the credit system works in UK here. You know how it is. You know how the system works here because they have data about everybody. UK, they have data about everybody. It will be how the system works. It is a Ghana, you was that data now. So Uko bank now uko jiska, uko jilona, it becomes easier because never normal loan bank no onsuro. Onim so betume trace wa obenya. It is a to me this Ghana card system na ye. Na ye we no, it mean digitization at say ye this efie bia ye to me enya omo code if you be so need die the number any san near money sisiano so ko baby a Uber boat baby person ko bia
recently me to bibi come out obi o me de come out no fie
me dan say
DHL
me dan say and that is obe man address system o man address system ni pe o go deliver with you. So that's the digitization now, how digitization is helping building the economy of Ghana.
Yeah. Thank you. We call the government another promise I mean promises no but we also over 300 promises since 2016. But Baku very interesting. Our viewers want us to talk about is $1 million. You know, our viewers' interests are with one constituency, $1 million. Where is this 1 million? Among us over Kenya, I'll be asking.
Na your special initiative.
I don't know, but we are and your viewers never focus it. Some no Mukano. No almost say Esana, na acquire throne, and some I say that any panel. Ubi Alcono, Bano, can some day, Omaka can some day, I'm a vote 2016 as I vote to again. Now, no, I'm where is those 1 million? 1 million?
Yes. And your special initiative. Now, special initiative ministry of honor, Anna Eboa for this project. Since I'm okay, your Northern Development Authority, Coastal Development Authority, and the Middle Belt Development Authorities. These three development authorities, I'm implementing some projects, you know. And uko development authorities na, I'm to match projects na ya from 2017 up to in there. Their location any bibiano e wo honoma e betumi achiro, which is part of this 1 million per constituency a promise that you make. Then say bia you making promise now we did not deliver. We had a whole special ministry which was supposed, which helped in the implementation of this. So okay say na Honorable Hawakumsin, the ministry, she was in charge of this ministry to help with the implementation. She said the ministry need we have a coordinator. Now say no nobody project no. Project no oyanda the ministry no. Scan no nobody project no. Scan no nobody project no.
Oh, some promises were no.
No, I make sure say it's not as if say you promise here. Anytime Vice President Babeka Sebiano, he also tried to list the things that we've done. I've also listed, Michelle said, no, I listed all the things I hear because when say Ebebaha, it in say I'm gonna phone who say and yes say I we're given a mandate. We did that mandate, you know. His Excellency Nana Danko Kufado, the administration, this 1 million, one constituency, you know, and no, and these development authorities, you know, implementing in the projects and development authorities at the various districts, you know, that is the money.
Oh, boss, is Okada for some of them. Well, we are so careful because almost say, or cast no promise here, or say. Where Bawumia giving out the cars promise to Okada? When is he going to give the cars promise to Okada riders? Well, it's so many people saying anyway.
But you know, I mean, development authorities so much chase our cars and one who code that
Okada for everyone down in a more chair.
No, Minya, you see, I don't like blaming the media because you also have special role that you play. But there's a saying say good news does not travel fast as bad news. Development authorities.
So we about a year, 23rd of August, yeah.
No, I'm church, baby. Say development authorities, no more cars or honoma or mochiche. And those cars are meant for those people. Not also. But you know, we can't meet all the Okada riders. Let's be honest. But we have, and it is being done in badges. It's not omochiche in badges. It's omochiche.
No money abdu. Omochiche.
No, omochiche. What matters in say, I don't know what their expectations are, but they also bear witness. Development authorities. This is code says coastal development authorities. Home office honum say from the beginning of this. Na cast no go be brave. As they say omachiche. Man for ediye juma. Munya humfa so omutua. It's been done. Omochiche ni kakra. Ito munya botre. But me so be answer sabe can be. Once they apply for it and they qualify, I mean they'll be given. It's not as if that we've promised and we refuse to deliver on it. Yes, he promised and he's been delivering. some promises in no, he's delivering on it. And I'm actually no, I'm check cars no. So they have to go for it.
Now, Mama, I never say our president Nanado and Bawumia should apologize to Ghanaians for the current economic crisis. Really, Mama, even less so, almost out of interest. So, I say, Yvonne said to me that the campaign promises made by the sitting president were nothing but lies to the people of Ghana.
I don't think so. You expect otherwise a free opposition one. I mean, what else do you expect? Definitely
but
opposition.
Mama, apologize. What do you think about it?
I don't think so. President Nanado, I think His Excellency the Vice President Dr. Bawumia, and the COVID by Ewiase. I don't think so. Omo catch Putin say on to share Ukraine for so. So omo na sadia, then we can apologize. But I don't think so. Omo na sa. And you na sa. Let's be fair to ourselves. It didn't make a say. I've given you an example of cry womb. UK so musu. Look, you've seen how. Look at the inflation. She said number bokoso or UK hano. She said number bokoso. And I think say more musu more abrochire no. More ebusanfo bebre o Ghana. E wo more frɛ. Na more ebusanfo more Ghana say. Menya enkoye wa hanso. Enkoye. Na bebia nso ayehye. But let me also say aban ni nka say if you say ewiase nyina ayehye ntino. And ewiase nyina ayedi ntino. Aban na akasa onye hwe o. I've mentioned some of the things that are going on buying A and I'm buying A to help resolve some of these issues. It's buying young baby, and those are some of the things that can was.
Now, but you Mr. Samson Asaki, how will be? Only the executive secretary of the Importers and Exporters Association. What kind of? So what could the other worker? Was saying he wants to know the academic credentials of the president and the economic management team, because the way economy is economy, the way they are handling the economy, he sees it poorly. He said the government and this so-called economic management committee have lost touch with the people. They have no knowledge, and he do not know where they got their PhD from. And he say, "Oh, kasaseyo, oh no, not you know kasase against the government." Say,
which is unfortunate. I mean. Well, I should expect I will expect him to know the measures. Look, a buying way a buyer, 80 amount for this government has met several interest groups. Omo ewansem say obetie omo. Obisani group now, Obisana, the group they came to meet the highest decision making, but they met the vice president. Poultry Farmers Association, they met the economic management team. I mean the Importers Association, the Exporters. I mean Ghana Industry, Ghana Association of Industries. Some groups in the economic management team has met them several times. I mean, say at least ombe hunya ekoso, any number to me ayaboamo. And they say who obise. Now, who make some comments now? The only thing I can say is it's rather unfortunate. But
I think as if nothing is happening.
Only naturally, Sanka, you take a decision be a survey in the interest, even though a better other party now and count casa. Let's assume say you decided say you taxes in free import duties in a year free ho. Which make money free at the Ghana. Nekasa no sene beko anka be ni de aha o sresre no na ni refi se ni nua a ono wo Ghana ono so oye the same product no a ono so anka obetumi expanding the factory no a ono ne ba ewie school obenye adwuma aye wo honom no ne factory ni e collapse on kai but because ono no ebeye ni favor intino enanka say awa uka nanka obesresre. That's the unfortunate thing. Yes, I enye emboa on mine na ye chichire o on mine. In the Toribia, let's do away with our selfish interests, you know, and let's look at a bigger picture. I dey bet me aboa on mine. So man be tumpo on mine be ko enim no. And then I say yes share. And you yanka say selfish interest. Say dey akoya mind no.
Say dey bet me ama most of my gina na so I reflect here say e bia no man koye.
No,
what is the
and then I make can say so can say we've lost touch. I mean, it's rather because Oba was almost lose touch, you know. They've met you before. I mean, I've mentioned to the number of different association groups now since 2017.
Abaye performed very poorly, and he is questioning the academic credentials of the president and the economic management team. I mean, and this include Bawumia as well.
And you know the economic management team. Look at all the people in the economic management team, and you are questioning their credentials. Look at the president. Who doesn't know the president? Also academical. Who doesn't know the president's academic credentials? Who doesn't know the economic management team members' credentials? I mean, oh yes, I mean, it's unfair. Personally, I think that is below the belt. I don't expect such a comment to come from him because it's below the belt. But
so, okay,
democracy
about Ghana, no be investors can read the way. Now, if he say anything and then the government is not also responding back to him, because this is what is happening, that in Ghana people say things, nothing is, there's no response. So it doesn't look bad. It looks bad on us as a country.
Yes.
So what is the government saying about this?
And no, make
it has been delayed. Then anybody back here, I can also know you hear response.
No, and no, wama me akwenyi, ana me chire mu. Other platforms say obia emma government officials platform. Say yen chire nema aye ya. Ebema Ghana for any we for nyina ate ni aye. That is one thing. Also, Americans can say, I thought it be a good news to not fly. Bad news, dear, in dear ne coco. But nema pa ye. Every week, be I mean, you see, government na be meet the press. Meet the press or hold that. She say, even to the first year, various agencies, any ministries. She say, the regional wenso abekao, regional ministers and any coordinated council, omoba. No more by church nema ye. Or the various regions. They say, no, it goes from the region to the district, but people are not showing much interest there. Well, good news do not fly, and none are high. So there's a response, but any Bibian now respond. Obit is say, if you question the academic credential of no less person than the president and the vice president, be any more academic credentials. I mean.
What is the Minister of Information? What is the response to him? Because what can we do are very important. The credibility and the image
I know.
Of government officers. He's saying that they are going on with their life as though nothing has happened. This is very serious.
No. So I make sure say we have met the press. A weekly program. A Minister of Information a year. It is sad then a Minister of Information, you know. It's a platform Ghana for no munyama ekoso. That's what Minister of Information is doing. As we speak now, President tour, presidential tour, no, it is also being covered live. I'm for bet to me. Wow, Ghana dawa kuma so. Pa ekoso Ghana no. You can follow. Either through the presidential tour, as I say, you're covering live, and as I meet the press. Yama various ministers opportunities. Say ombeka sa chire Ghana for no. Nema ekoso ewo omo district no. Nema ekoso ewo omo ministries and omo agencies no. Who follow ubetumi hu nema ekoso.
When the MPP was in opposition. Yeah. And then the Bawumia say only na bi ba ho.
No problem.
That was it yeah. Because people want answers for a lot of things. When MPP was in opposition, while commenting, Bawumia said, if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. At that time, the MPP was in opposition. Today, our Vice President, Dr. Bawumia, says his government will soon overcome the country's current economic turmoil.
Yes, I mean, I've given reasons why exchange rate.
The cedi, Ghana's economy is in crisis with the local currency. The cedi, Bawumia and Ekanine also rated the worst performing after the Sri Lankan rupee, according to Bloomberg. The cedi has lost 35% of its value this year alone. What strategies does your team have in place with the continuous decline of our currency?
You see, or make a statement, you know, when they compare any near costs here, then you know, say, near Okaino. And I'll tell you why. It's not Misha said.
They say Yakwa cry. The cedi rated the worst performing after the Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka for the year over to David.
tie ndema ekoso. I've given you an example of even Mwankasa mo pound sterling sir depreciating. This may
to rupee
no problem. Depreciation cost currency depreciation cost no it's all over the world. But aside that there are nema eno na air affect here. Crude oil yekra edeba o mine medical culture say prices cost and when that happens now a massive
but they say nice
very good.
We need to get skill pay abrofu ha obi wo abroche ha say UK ha na baby because let me tell you something say the Bank of England when they were in crisis they got Cheney from Canada or buy stream bibiama interest rate very low. Is it time for us or is it time for sacking reshuffle or something because they say we know what's in column because you are here cry the any rupee you cry
and the money say we try to paint the picture say nema say passa Debbie. Let's be honest with ourselves. I know and make bibi some na interest rate say his excellency Dr. Bamia make his comment the global challenges na ye was say no na eni ho no ye buy before these two major global crises na make one say COVID and this Ukraine war buy no now the exchange rate was doing very well. Let's be honest with ourselves. It was doing very well.
On face value, and I saw you.
No, it was doing well. No, I mean, you know. I mean, I know, say, you are the moderator, internal, but you also bear with me that the exchange rate, as before the COVID and the Ukraine war, it was doing well. As we speak now, no, last year, now you crack crude oil, no, now $72 per barrel. Last year, June. This year, last year, December, now 72 per barrel. As we speak, just in June, see about $118 per barrel, 64% increment. Nyamba and endo, and you need dollars to be able to import the crude. And you know how we consume petrol diesel in Ghana. And a dollars is and a yedi to sa crude oil na yediba. If the echo throw ewa manone, we need more dollars to be able to import. There are a lot of things that are causing the city depreciation. But the government is also taking steps to make sure say we'll be able to handle that issue. And I think the Bank of Ghana about out to indicate some of the measures now are buying ATK to be able to resolve this issue. And I'm very certain say Nyamiada within the shortest possible time now you'll be able to see a change in our exchange rate. I think
that Nyamia says we need somebody in fresh blood, fresh people to come in to help the economic management team. So I'm not saying Kaka say be a change of government or anything, but fresh blood. And fresh blood, they need fresh people among them, fresh people to refreshen up different ideas to come up with a strategy.
No, so I don't know much at all. Why these not the same people who brought the inflation from a double digit to single digits? And no more. They're the same people. They're the same people who brought the interest rates down from where it was before we came in office in 2017. It's the same team. I'm only telling you, external factors, are external factors that they do not have control over. And not that they don't have control over these external factors.
Why are you ready?
With all respect, is this saying say Oba Ukraine or stopping Ukraine Russia war? External factors
need something to happen.
No, but so I'm also asking, say why are you ready? Is the external factors are Obia or Ghana any control over those external factors now? Is it going to resolve them? I'm telling you, say, I've mentioned some of the measures that the government has put in place are buying a year to be able to restore and bring back the economy. The president has given the assurance, and he has said it. I mean, don't forget, this government has done it before, and I'm telling you that the government is capable of making sure, say, we recover from this economic crisis.
French lie, it so Forest Bureau. Gabi Ochedakon, Honorable Gabi Ochedakon. We accuse some forest traders for creating artificial shortages to hike prices or say a man for the idea it's can see. Almost over here scare as a salary of faso. Omo butre this here scare system and what is the solution here? Is it true that people are hiding omo this can is here kromo? Omo person omo be release and I say just to make profit for themselves.
I can't say for a fact because we need any evidence to that effect. But in running the, I've received a lot of messages. I mean, I'm forwarded some of the audio. I'm sending messages. I'm complaining say the thing say black market, contributed to sa nyamana ekoso. But like I said, I'm an economist. I cannot just base on that those kind of speculation. But ushe ne money being so, ultimately say no craving so womb. Say we say Gabi kan possible. Say eja amafo nim say omo hode dollars na ne bo be kosoro. Ne bo kosoro na oton a na wenya mfaso. Sisi a say ukipi dollars a ogufia. Say me hu na mabeche. So we just need that national orientation beyond. Let's love our country. And my young can say because of the speculation, I must say be a currency dollars na cost rate also uka cost dollars now they are cost a cost now also they are back a cost now they are back. Oh yes, I bought a mining form. Who bought mining form?
But who say yeah, I created this thing. Because if we okra or high down or Ghana, they take dollars, you are aware of it.
Yes,
a lot of Mr. Wa, with the Mr. Nipano or no at Ghana was he dying. But he only take dollars, so you can't even pay in cedis. And so $2 So that artificial dealing in exchange of money, say cost of kakra because we be a per dollars ni be in Ghana, for the brace here, this is what my knowledge of it. And if the government is not aware, or yeah, you might cry civil servant, or yeah, you might private here, or yeah, you might no person didn't see kind of costs $1 because if we are persuaded,
and then I make an
which
is wrong.
Dollars.
And like I say, in any account, and I say on mine. But going back, one say, never be a honoma, a cost of mine more any. So one can na me man can president or tell honomo no anya hu bibia. It is illegal because you can say charges local charges I say a charge in Ghana cedis. Now say you can say na wo obi charge in dollars. Now some go charge dollars. Now one can report in the panel. President
they say what is the charge?
But president made it who?
No,
would you wanna say echo? Need to go court. Would you wanna echo?
Yeah, we can import duty near the end. Say we use the dollars rate to do it.
No, yes.
But I didn't think about use dollars rate when you don't produce dollars. Yeah, you should Ghana cedis why are you using dollars to check all these things?
No, but you are.
About so can we create this artificial confusion?
Me bacho. What charging the panel based on Nyamana Wakra or Deba? Nyamana Okra or the Bayano, one ton money in Ghana cedis. Let's be fair to some of these things. And you need to know the amount of what ton man. Then based on that, you know how to charge the person. So that's what is happening. But the point I was making, I would and also be money say, yes, no, we don't talk. When you say uko rented you're not supposed to pay more than 6 months advance. I'm out for G 1 year, I'm out for G 2 years, I'm out for G 3 years. One also on work report to be a watching in 2 years.
Because
no, I mean rent law, and we have rent control. I say obi charge you near ancestor be charge you. You have the right to go to the rent control.
Okay.
And you're not supposed to pay more than 6 months rent.
Okay.
Rent advance. Now say ugo tia 2 years, 3 years. Now so eja me ntua e dan me nya into ma me ntua me ko report here e beji dan na say obi an ko report president a owo soro ho no be de na hu say wa hide dan e wa masa man no and say na omoje president o tin cry say ebia ye teacher ni wa ba me krom okay domia brother eja asante a chin domia brother ebia ye de ye ndi ye nyesa but say wa ba me krom odome na obe rented die na instead of 6 months na me dan me da ma my rent amount my high dan amount for 2 years na ma just 2 years advance president o tin cry a oni asante achim dome no obedi na ehun say sana maje so we also have a role to play in making sure say nema be yeye ama Ghana.
Is it about educating?
I'll give you another example. Amafo akokra nema akokra insure way ndra ukra insure no na $6 ana ukra e dia ba Ghana enti na anka ubeton e wo Ghana na e say oton 12 cedis an assumption in the ade no akosro $8 uton $6 enti anka ubeton 12 cedis in that akosro $8 enti no anka uton in there e say uton in fact say 20 cedis na so ndra de na uton $6 no wo de ma wo yonko Ghana ni 20 cedis na so now to go down about aban sobo when you want to make excess profit wako to niam no ni nyina kan na nyina ye ho kire wakra niam no tama wo toye no na ne bo ani suro sao na sisi ne bo akosoro ntino that dana na wo old stock no wo ton ni new price no na wo de bo yonko na wa ye kan no so ya aban ita ban na aka se ne ma na nkai sa wo ton 10 cedis no beton in 20 cedis ema wankasa wo nua enya ban na eka sa kire o so these are the issues are here wo eno so no yeso ye ka ho bi amase ne ma no enko yie se anka esese eko
na Nana Ekan said reported that Mahama bad governance is to blame for hardship and suffering in our country, and Ghanaians should blame Mahama for the hardship they are going through, and his administration are struggling to find solutions to problems. This was in 2016 before Nana 2016's elections. Today, on 25th August 2022, Ghanaians are going through with weak cities, widespread corruption, unprecedented levels of unemployment, and high cost of living, plus many more. Do you think the government should reschedule his cabinet or sack his ineffective cabinet members, ministers?
Suddenly, they mean to mention president. So yeah. But let me explain something.
But no man call you. That's why you reshuffle on changing comfort pressure. You said in America because the same things are all about Mama. No, the same things is experiencing now. Debbie. What's the difference? I'll
tell you the difference. Obaye no, not Osinema bought a cost in 2016. Inflation, which was around 15%. Obaye no, or the inflation number from to 7%. Into ye bibi o.
Was a bad governance.
Very good. It Obaye no, he came to change the system. He came to introduce things a bit to me aboa. And then me no can say, look, digitization. Aboa amanyema wakasa we di hwandanse say we back Ghana no the way na nyema siko and then you can move money from your account into your mobile money account maybe amiko bank say kwache because you can do everything on phone you see it from 2017 no na nyema bebre assistant and the point I'm trying to make is say look minia sa COVID and Ukraine issue no and no na ma say nyema akọ the way akọ. So you cannot compare what happened before 2016 to this current Nema Ekoso. Meaning, I make say Obaye no difference. But so we can say what can 2016 say Nema bo Ekoso. Intino almost the same Obaye no. Na in the Nema bo Ekoso intino no kind of boy. And I'm saying me say Obaye no was his name. Osisa name Obaye no Osisa name
Ghanaians are going through
and I'm telling you yeah because now we have a global challenge, we have a global crisis. Ghanaians were not there was no global crisis by then.
We should not compare ourselves to them. Ghana so no ojina wo say unu me back and say me chere am ne no Ghana and me kura ma adwena maso yet restaurant did na kola ne to onu osu adan ya obi ti ho I say or imitate making himself look like he's eating. Oh, obi the aduane and no so afa. No. Oh, it's very sad that my son decided that he's not even eating his food. And I decided, okay, oh, the transforming to be come nipano. Nipano G and Okopen. This is what is happening. Obi a ojina ho or imitate like they are eating. Well, who have done in the corridor? But 2020. Well, this guy never talk. And it's becoming a challenge. So what is the plan? Our viewers, one of our viewers is saying that is it because of the family and friends appointment that is causing these problems? They want me to find out.
No, you see, me, I have a personal opinion when it comes to this family and friends issue. Question I am maybe say, Minua, say we are Minua, na nyamia do menya position, na one is a mood application aba, na we are better qualified than Isa. Menka say because we are Minua intino menfa Isa. Is that what we are saying? Are we saying say wunya obebia because
one of the viewers want to know one of the viewers want to know if the family and friends appointments are taking their toll on the government.
And I can say, for me, I have this is my personal belief and my personal opinion. My personal opinion is that let's look at the competence of the person and not just the relationship. And yes, sir, we'll be missing a lot of talented people on betumi abua. But because ni nia and an ebusu ni ewo baby intino onya akwenya no emboa. Enti I have the belief say it is about the competency. It is not about the relationship. Say nipa betumi aye juma na, the person should be given the opportunity to do the work. It is a nipa ni aye juma na. That is it. So for me, when it comes to family and friends issue now, my principle is competence. So let the person do it. It should not be about say their relationship. Unless be a person watch them and say nipa no only qualification no say be obey you and so ni nua intino wo there, then that one is different. But once the person our qualification no nipa no competence in so obey to my age there, for me the person should do it. We want the job to be done. And if the person has the qualification and the competency to do the job, so be it. Then the pana ejuma no na boy enyina.
In fact, we are aware say in Kolano there is shortage of food in senior high schools across the country.
Yes, and I'm sure but I'm sure there was what I said last week. Nyamia dom buffer stock a release ama ejane no omo de ejana ko school. Oh yes, omo de ejana ko school. Just last week.
How long na come dey omo?
Oh, minua. Well, I mean, I can't really tell. I know that at a point there were these, and don't forget, I schools in or Munsu. Some of the schools, it was some of the schools, and quickly, you know, government came in. Buffer stock has sent Omude Jananko. Schools need been an Munsu about Sa Ejani Nemano, but Buffer stock has responded. Okay. Abai has responded through Buffer stock. This Omude Jananko schools in
Now, me know better we can answer access declaration. Do you feel say senka oha enka ebe stop normal kakra corruption we you chrome kakra am boy.
It's access declaration or I mean government officials they've declared their assets. Access declaration or
laws no but enye
oh this is enye no.
This is enye say so be wa be take position be I will sign say Oba say na odi aba. O kono so say na odi akọ. So in years to come, Krani who be here, at least then they can trace it.
I mean, I support it. I mean, for me, bibi be able to me abua say corruption to be channel. I'm for it. Bibi be legitimately ebeboa say corruption to be channel. I'm for it. It is no ebeboa. I mean, like I said, it is there. Yes, ni ho. E wo ho no. And I think say if it has to do with the issue of implementation, I mean no problem.
Now, answer because where do we go from here? Because rising petrol, electricity. And say Obi Forever say, boss, my change may and I'm saying or say electricity for them I'm checking for. It's almost change you meter back to correct one. I mean, they should not let the people know. Why do they go out and let them know so much out? But I better know when you'll be actually.
But I mean, you see, I don't think I won't put that said so. Oh, yes, sir.
Ghana for Sano.
Oh, so Ghana for Sana, it is an etino. And then I hire you. It didn't make us say, we need orientation. I say, exercise so by. I say, exercise so by. Because, oh, honor. Now, hey. Okay, illegal connection. I mean, it's bad.
Government officials cry.
Oh, anyway, but so the point is that what's that internet say about a bomb cocoa? But it's good as of one cocoa.
No. They shouldn't let them know. They should at least arrest few of them, make it an example for everybody to see. Now, mo kwa ya dia maka. And say the parliament do all so correct no.
And say correct na we want you to change. You see, punishment is supposed to reform. That's the essence of punishment. It is a uka none punishment no hear the right thing. I think it's okay. Because punishment is just about reformation. You know, you say punishment, you know. Let us say opra nepano there be. It's supposed to reform the person. And says a be pranepano. And it say ubon nepane koko. Na adipa is say nepane ye fiti say no na nepane na feed nepane yes are the crowd. Then it's the right thing. And then we just have to go for it.
We say, what is the government doing about the money collected in the name of PDS?
Anyway,
this is a question from you.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know we were going to talk about that. So to be honest with you, we need answer to that. Okay. But I believe that whatever monies that are due the government, that's supposed to be collected. I mean, definitely, SP is there. I mean, those monies will be collected. I don't think it should be a challenge at all.
Now, Pacho, we can't be kakra about where do you think Ghana we are heading to?
I just want to. Yeah, I just want to appeal to Ghanaians. Say, Omunya GD abayo. Trust me, the future is very bright, and I mean the challenges in our homes is say no. It's just for a moment. Abayo eye near abayo be to me be to make sure say Ghana funds be humbe tom. Inti Omunya GD ewo Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo Dr. Bawumia abayo. Say nyame be adom. Say nyama be koyi. All these challenges, you know, as you could see, I've explained. Interest rate in Sydney, ASano, are buying taking measures with Bank of Ghana to make sure, say, city depreciation, to be true. I mean, to make sure, say, we'll be able to stabilize the city because the same Abina stabilizes city, you know, from 2017 to 2020. I mean, it's Abina to me, IABM, and we are doing everything that we can to make sure, say, the city is stabilized. The economic recovery no Abina was so oye nema bebrebe to me aboa say the Ghanaian economy will recover again. Intimesre ye no anomo say omunya gidie e wa ban mu. We should not allow ourselves to be moved by only the negative news that we hear all the time. There be nema panso wo hono ma ekoso e wo Ghana oman ni mu. And I'm sure say yenso yes search na ye tia ye be hu nema pa ekoso. I bet me say yes. Oman no so no ekwenim anyame ya adoma ne mabeyi ama Ghana man ni nyina.
Well, yeah, last one you say we now government to inject 2 billion into economy to help city depreciation. Upon Kromakura so can say. Yeah. Does it mean say we will pump his cargo said who are always be working? Oh yes, sir, yeah, this can be my banks, you know. Say a month for pay ana omunya. Oko banka unya. And as it's a central bank, no, and mouse can into qua ubenya. Unya, a bemasa ne bono and cost review. What's normally it's a goods near scarce, just like in economy, economics. Demand and supply. Demand and supply, excellent. I mean, that's the basic thing. Because the demand here very high, no, supply is low, and a mass and nebo are cost low. This is as a supply and meet demand now. We'll have equilibrium. I mean, definitely, when say. Omo hold this kind of omo de beba. Se Sydney started appreciate here. Omo asisa omo cedis na call dollars ni nyina no. Omo nyina omo de beba. Pacho hold on why. We dey yen fa question in answer na wako. Pacho one e friend na free. Yeah, Mr. Kula friend we switch. Hello. Sorry. Hello, Mr. Kula. Mr. Kula friend we switch. Hello. Yeah, hold on, please. Okay. Auntie, say a pompiska woman. Yeah, I'm making. So the money is going to be. The import situation has not changed. It's the same. No, yes. If we don't find a way to deal with it, irrespective of say a pompiska, in the long run, we go back to say. No, but at least the forex will be available. Since any available, and I'm saying yes or no. Yes, any available crowd, but not to the demand. Once we have the supply to be able to meet the demand now, then the government also be taking care of other factors we have control over to make sure say able to me aboa. Thank you. But you want a friend after free. Oh, Mr. Usu Echan, NDC Deputy Communication for Officer. You also where you watching in who will be Busana?
Yeah, because I want to from a point one. Can't be yeah, okay, so we can to be because that's a part of the economic management team. And that's it. So, you know, we will Ghana bound up against the.
We batch your doctor, right? Dr. Samuel Kwadwo.
Yeah. Now, can you say, you took good oil, $118. So, transfer it.
Oh.
They have to free the yes, they have to pay you pay you.
Me batch your. Me batch your.
What I mean, what I mean, the current crude oil is Brent, and you lent $2. That's it. TWR and $2. Brent crude is $99. I mean, my website. Go to oilfry.com. Now, Bloomberg.com. That's the current price. Until the time gets 180 on board. What is that about? Contractors here, or we are about contract. We just come on to issue bond. No, we are going to say, I'm going to talk bomb, no fancy. I mean, how? The news is the real thing now. If you see that, and when you have that kind of I'm going to buy inflation, 7.9. If you never knew, say now, within 3-4 months, inflation was 31%. 31%. Anyone knew. But
doctor, why? Me batch your. Yo, thank you. Sorry, thank you. Also, thank you very much. Right.
Last question about that.
Yo, please.
Prices for food and job. The policy document on Minister of State website over years ago because the two money and say, yeah, there are plenty of food for the document deal no buy. Now, yeah, import food on policy document or on family.
Hold on, also, okay. You just have to mind your language. Why? Anyhow, we refer to doctor. Why? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. And doctor.
Many also it's rather unfortunate. You are quoting me out of context. I was very specific. Me say crude oil. The price of crude oil as at June 2022. Me see as at June, it was $118, and I was specific. And he said, "Oba now because me trantro, now be me certain figures now. I mean, it's rather. Let's say na mekaning na no now untie because we have an agenda." But again, I think they tie for Nagasano. They are the best people to judge. I've given the time frame. And I mentioned the amount of crude that it was being sold per barrel at that time frame. And I'm sure they take for Angasano, they're the best people to judge.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Dr. Samuel Kwadwo Frimpong, or your technical economic advisor of the Office of the President of Ghana. Thank you, Doctor. Yedasi bebe. Etiefo yedamase. Yedi program ibaba and end. But Monday, don't miss it at 8 p.m. UK time, and it's 7 p.m. Ghana time. Chairman Wuntumi will be here. Dr. Yedawase. Good night, everyone. Yedawase, CEO Mr. Baby. Yedawase. Joe Baby. Yedawase. Yes, CEO Joe Baby. Yedawase. LFA, Sister Dansoa. So Yedawase. Samuel, well done. Thank you very much. Yedawase, Mr. Isa Ayuma. So thank you for coming. God bless you all. Good night, everyone. Good night.
At Diaspora Insurance, we understand the importance of dignified send-offs within Ghanaian culture and traditions. We also understand that you want to avoid the double trauma of your family grieving and not having the financial support to cover funeral expenses when you're not around. With our Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan, you can now cover yourself or your family in Ghana or abroad. With no medicals required, we'll accept you if you are under 75 years. Visit our website today or call us to complete a simple form in under 5 minutes. With Diaspora Insurance, your peace of mind is guaranteed. At Diaspora Insurance, we understand the importance of dignified send-offs within Ghanaian culture and traditions. We also understand that you want to avoid the double trauma of your family grieving and not having the financial support to cover funeral expenses when you're not around. With our Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan, you can now cover yourself or your family in Ghana or abroad. With no medicals required, we'll accept you if you are under 75 years. Visit our website today or call us to complete a simple form in under 5 minutes. With Diaspora Insurance, your peace of mind is guaranteed.
My name is Kofi Adoko. I'm a principal solicitor at Adoko Solicitors. I am also a duty solicitor. Anytime a person is arrested and taken to a police station, or if the police invite you to the police station for a voluntary interview, you have a right to free independent legal advice. Adoko Solicitors is authorized to provide free independent legal advice at police stations in England and Wales. So anytime you're taken to the police station, remember to say that your solicitors are Adoko's solicitors.
Are you in the UK and in need of immigration help? Do you require expert legal representation to regularise your stay or renew your existing leave to remain? Do you require advice or representation regarding a personal injury or criminal matter? If the answer is yes, then you do not need to look any further. Aduku Solicitors is here to provide you with all the expert legal advice and representation you require.
Be it immigration, criminal law, appeal against conviction or appeal against sentence, family law, personal injury, civil litigation, employment law or housing law. Aduku Solicitors is your trusted one-stop legal services provider with expert solicitors and caseworkers on standby to assist. Our police station emergency number is 07792 459 339. You can also call Aduku Solicitors on 0207 183 1479. You can locate Aduku Solicitors at 662 Old Kent Road, London, SE15 1JF.
At Diaspora Insurance, we understand the importance of dignified send-offs within Ghanaian culture and traditions. We also understand that you want to avoid the double trauma of your family grieving and not having the financial support to cover funeral expenses when you're not around. With our Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan, you can now cover yourself or your family in Ghana or abroad. With no medicals required, we'll accept you if you are under 75 years. Visit our website today or call us to complete a simple form in under 5 minutes. With Diaspora Insurance, your peace of mind is guaranteed.
My name is Kofi Adoko. I'm a principal solicitor at Adoko Solicitors. I am also a duty solicitor. Anytime a person is arrested and taken to a police station, or if the police invite you to the police station for a voluntary interview, you have a right to free independent legal advice. Adoko Solicitors is authorized to provide free independent legal advice at police stations in England and Wales. So anytime you're taken to the police station, remember to say that your solicitors are Adoko's solicitors.
Are you in the UK and in need of immigration help? Do you require expert legal representation to regularise your stay or renew your existing leave to remain? Do you require advice or representation regarding a personal injury or criminal matter? If the answer is yes, then you do not need to look any further. Aduku Solicitors is here to provide you with all the expert legal advice and representation you require.
Be it immigration, criminal law, appeal against conviction or appeal against sentence, family law, personal injury, civil litigation, employment law or housing law. Aduku Solicitors is your trusted one-stop legal services provider with expert solicitors and caseworkers on standby to assist. Our police station emergency number is 07792 459 339. You can also call Aduku Solicitors on 0207 183 1479. You can locate Aduku Solicitors at 662 Old Kent Road, London, SE15 1JF.
At Diaspora Insurance, we understand the importance of dignified send-offs within Ghanaian culture and traditions. We also understand that you want to avoid the double trauma of your family grieving and not having the financial support to cover funeral expenses when you're not around. With our Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan, you can now cover yourself or your family in Ghana or abroad. With no medicals required, we'll accept you if you are under 75 years. Visit our website today or call us to complete a simple form in under 5 minutes. With Diaspora Insurance, your peace of mind is guaranteed.
My name is Kofi Adoko. I'm a principal solicitor at Adoko Solicitors. I am also a duty solicitor. Anytime a person is arrested and taken to a police station, or if the police invite you to the police station for a voluntary interview, you have a right to free independent legal advice. Adoko Solicitors is authorized to provide free independent legal advice at police stations in England and Wales. So anytime you're taken to the police station, remember to say that your solicitors are Adoko's solicitors.
Are you in the UK and in need of immigration help? Do you require expert legal representation to regularise your stay or renew your existing leave to remain? Do you require advice or representation regarding a personal injury or criminal matter? If the answer is yes, then you do not need to look any further. Aduku Solicitors is here to provide you with all the expert legal advice and representation you require.
Be it immigration, criminal law, appeal against conviction or appeal against sentence, family law, personal injury, civil litigation, employment law, or housing law. Aduku Solicitors is your trusted one-stop legal services provider with expert solicitors and caseworkers on standby to assist. Our police station emergency number is 07792 459 339. You can also call Aduku Solicitors on 0207 183 1479. You can locate Aduku Solicitors at 662 Old Kent Road, London, SE15 1JF.
At Diaspora Insurance, we understand the importance of dignified send-offs within Ghanaian culture and traditions. We also understand that you want to avoid the double trauma of your family grieving and not having the financial support to cover funeral expenses when you're not around. With our Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan, you can now cover yourself or your family in Ghana or abroad. With no medicals required, we'll accept you if you are under 75 years. Visit our website today or call us to complete a simple form in under 5 minutes. With Diaspora Insurance, your peace of mind is guaranteed.
My name is Kofi Adoko. I'm a principal solicitor at Adoko Solicitors. I am also a duty solicitor. Anytime a person is arrested and taken to a police station, or if the police invite you to the police station for a voluntary interview, you have a right to free independent legal advice. Adoko Solicitors is authorized to provide free independent legal advice at police stations in England and Wales. So anytime you're taken to the police station, remember to say that your solicitors are Adoko's solicitors.
Are you in the UK and in need of immigration help? Do you require expert legal representation to regularise your stay or renew your existing leave to remain? Do you require advice or representation regarding a personal injury or criminal matter? If the answer is yes, then you do not need to look any further. Aduku Solicitors is here to provide you with all the expert legal advice and representation you require.
Be it immigration, criminal law, appeal against conviction or appeal against sentence, family law, personal injury, civil litigation, employment law, or housing law. Aduku Solicitors is your trusted one-stop legal services provider with expert solicitors and caseworkers on standby to assist. Our police station emergency number is 07792 459 339. You can also call Aduku Solicitors on 0207 183 1479. You can locate Aduku Solicitors at 662 Old Kent Road, London, SE15 1JF.
At Diaspora Insurance, we understand the importance of dignified send-offs within Ghanaian culture and traditions. We also understand that you want to avoid the double trauma of your family grieving and not having the financial support to cover funeral expenses when you're not around. With our Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan, you can now cover yourself or your family in Ghana or abroad. With no medicals required, we'll accept you if you are under 75 years. Visit our website today or call us to complete a simple form in under 5 minutes. With Diaspora Insurance, your peace of mind is guaranteed.
My name is Kofi Adoko. I'm a principal solicitor at Adoko Solicitors. I am also a duty solicitor. Anytime a person is arrested and taken to a police station, or if the police invite you to the police station for a voluntary interview, you have a right to free independent legal advice. Adoko Solicitors is authorized to provide free independent legal advice at police stations in England and Wales. So anytime you're taken to the police station, remember to say that your solicitors are Adoko's solicitors.
Are you in the UK and in need of immigration help? Do you require expert legal representation to regularise your stay or renew your existing leave to remain? Do you require advice or representation regarding a personal injury or criminal matter? If the answer is yes, then you do not need to look any further. Aduku Solicitors is here to provide you with all the expert legal advice and representation you require.
Be it immigration, criminal law, appeal against conviction or appeal against sentence, family law, personal injury, civil litigation, employment law, or housing law. The Aduku Solicitors is your trusted one-stop legal services provider with expert solicitors and caseworkers on standby to assist. Our police station emergency number is 07792 459 339. You can also call the Aduku Solicitors on 0207 183 1479. You can locate Aduku Solicitors at 662 Old Kent Road, London, SE15 1JF.
At Diaspora Insurance, we understand the importance of dignified send-offs within Ghanaian culture and traditions. We also understand that you want to avoid the double trauma of your family grieving and not having the financial support to cover funeral expenses when you're not around.